Hey, what's happening, y'all? Reggie Rogers, Power Jams, the Wake Up Show. We're going to break format right quick because, yes, my Cowboys played and they lost. Same old, same old. We lost. And I'm not going to make excuses. Coulda, shoulda, woulda, if old boy would have caught two of the passes, if old boy didn't fumble. We're not going there. We're not going there. Where we're going, though, is we're going to listen to the talking heads, those national folks on TV, folks who get the $1 million salaries. We're going to let them talk because they really are saying what I've been saying over the last 10, 15 years about the Cowboys. They're going to drive home what I've been saying, and nobody wants to say the same thing. I'm talking about, when I say nobody, I'm talking about us little people, us fans, or those who, rah-rah every Sunday Cowboys, or those who are on, Twitter and they tweeting the star, things of that nature. We somehow don't get this point that's going to be made by these talking heads. Roll the tape, y'all, and then I'm going to drive it home. I'm going to drop the anchor, and then we're going home.
Good for you. Attaboy. Attaboy. I expected you to get run over. Yes. I expected you to not be able to run the football. You ran the football. And let's keep it real. If CeeDee Lamb could catch the football, and I know he's a great receiver, but I'm paying you what? $34 million?
Yeah.
Third highest, fourth highest, whatever he is in the receiver. Not even the diving one.
No.
There were a few others that's critical.
That one right there, I think they win the
that
game.
was 3rd and 10? Yeah. Was that third? Yeah, I mean, if he catches the football, Miles Sanders, nice throwback run on that 49-yarder. You did get caught by a linebacker, but still, if you don't fumble, they probably win that game.
The blame does he get for the loss?
He gets a lot of the blame. And what I love about CeeDee Lamb is the accountability.
That's right.
I love CeeDee Lamb saying that I can't put this on anybody else in this locker room. I can't point any fingers but the ones that should be pointed at me. CeeDee Lamb had 7 drops the entire season last season. He has some of the best hands in all of football. That's why he had 13 targets, not only because he can win and create separation, but because he's reliable. The reason that before this season, it was Justin Jefferson and then CeeDee Lamb when we're talking about the average per year based on his contract is because he earned that. And so when you're Dak Prescott and you're down by 4 points and you have an opportunity with the football, absolutely you're going to number 88. But now for CeeDee Lamb, it does have to be a situation where you go watch that film and you see what not making those plays did to your team. You see that dropping the football on a slant in the second quarter caused your team to kick a field goal rather than continue a drive that gives you a touchdown. You drop a dig early in the second half and you say, okay, this is something that halts a drive, and now we have to punt. And then obviously the deep throw late in the game, one-on-one with Quinyon Mitchell, that's a game-changing play that could lead to a winning play. And so if you're CeeDee Lamb and you are who we know you are who you say you are, you have to make those plays.
He has to make those plays. You're the $136 million man. This is bottom line. He has to make those plays. And those 2 big drops in the fourth quarter, especially, Dak put it right.
That's terrible. Honestly, I feel like, I can't point no fingers at nobody else, you know what I'm saying? And I take full accountability and everything else that come with it because, as for me as a player, I pray for moments like that, you know what I'm saying, and the ball to come my way. And obviously for me to not come up with it, bro, that's
a late half for CeeDee. CeeDee had big drops, Ocho, and he being that guy, he's the number one. He's wide receiver number 1. Not in this game. Not in that game. Dak they had a quarters beaters on Ocho. They gobbled him up. They ran the slot. He gobbled up the safety. Corners playing outside leverage. CeeDee goes to the post.
Easy work.
Dak just walked. That's a handoff. That's what we call what a walk into him, Dak. That's a long handoff. Dropped it in the bucket. CeeDee said, nah, I don't want it, Dak. You take it. Throw it back at him. Came back later. Threw him another one. Up the rail. Got a goal ball, Ocho. I don't know why he diving like you doing an ST plunge. You ain't diving in the pool. Just run up under.
He dove purposely just because the safety was coming. So to avoid getting hit and being able to make the catch, I'm going to dive for this one. Bring it in. I don't know what happened tonight. CeeDee had a chance to win the game for the Cowboys. That's the way the game should have ended. As great as the game was before the lightning delay, with both teams going up and down the field and scoring back to back. Listen, the Cowboys should have sealed the deal. He had it was 3 big plays, right? It was 3.
Well, I counted 3 drops, but somebody tweeted at me and said no, he had 4 drops. But I know I counted 3 because I know I counted 1 in the second quarter that he had one and it went right through his hand. He almost got it picked. As a matter of fact, 2 of the 4 drops almost got picked and probably should have been picked. But you're right. You're right, Ocho. CD being the player that he is.
You got to have those, You got to have those, especially being what we consider to be, when we talk about the top 5 receivers in the NFL, those are the kind of catches that you make. Matter of fact, the money that you do make is the reason you make that kind of money for opportunities in situations like that.
CD Lamb catches that deep ball. I think Dallas wins the game. But Dak played well. Don't blame it on Dak.
Okay. Those are the national talking heads. And the one thing that they pretty much had in common with each other is, I don't know if y'all caught it, but they were talking about if the players had made the plays, if the players would not have fumbled, dropped the ball, if the players, and in particular, I'm talking about CD Lamb, $40 million a year, dropping balls, hits hands, drop balls, wearing number 88. What are we doing? What's going on? The talking heads made my point, and it's been my point for the last 15 years. Instead of blaming Jerry's not the one to blame. Jerry has wrote the check for more than 15 years to get the best players, to get the best who's on the market, to pay the big salaries. But once he paid the big salaries, these players are crapping out. These players are not cashing in on the field. They're not following through. They're getting paid, You know how we do sometimes. You get the job, you agree to the salary, you show up to work. Okay, good, you're on time. You're supposed to be on time. But then your work ethics, you're standing around, you work only when you're being watched. You know how we do. We slide through. These cats get the check, and then they slide through. CeeDee Lamb got the check. And now he missing balls. Now he seem to catch. He can't seem to make the big play. And that's been the Cowboy way far as the players are concerned. Jerry, once again, great owner, his decisions. Hey, it's not a, $12 billion stadium, $12 billion franchise, $12 billion team for nothing. The man is making deals. He's making things happen. But the players are not following in his footsteps. They're not following the head. That's the problem. That's the problem. You can go all the way back and figure out, okay, Romo, he gets the handoff, he fumbles it. He tries to run it in. What's my other guy's name? Irvin catches the ball, fumbles it on the Green Bay 4-yard, fumbles it in the end zone. I mean, not tucks it away, not holds it, not makes it obvious, but it's always an excuse. It's always, if I would have, if the refs didn't. We shouldn't need any help. When you pay $40 million for these players, $20 million, $15 million, come on, man. You don't need no help. It should be obvious. Run the ball, catch the ball, block, tackle, do what you're paid to do. Who has it said, do your job for the Patriots? Man, do your job. And I digress because, it's obvious. The talking head said it, and I've been saying it for 15 years. Jerry ain't the one. Jerry writing the checks. He putting the team together. It's the players. You got to play. Dak can't just show up right now. He got to show up when it counts. When it counts to get into the playoffs and into the Super Bowl. You got to be big game. what they call him, Big Game James Worthy. You got to be that dude. Michael Jordan, you got to be that dude. And nobody's stepping up to be that dude. Nobody. When we need it, they ain't giving it. And same old song. It's the same old Dallas Cowboy, shoulda, coulda, woulda, made it song.